So, I'm going to preface this with, it never successfully happened, but these are merely just steps on the way to success of getting it to work. This is mostly due to RGBDS being out of date. If I had used an older version of source code, it might have actually worked. So there's that. That's the big problem, is OpenBSD's version of RGBDS is out of date, and it has to be manually set up otherwise, and doing that is a pain in the arse. And I still need to figure out, which once I get that figured out, you can bet there's going to be a video. Okay, so I've got my ThinkPad out, but I've got it in a slightly different... something's slightly different about it than I've had in the past. So I've had Arctics on it for a while. Yeah, it's currently got Awesome pulled up, but I've installed OpenBSD on it because I've been kind of experimenting around with it in a VM, and a VM has been kind of an interesting, different environment to work with, especially sometimes when the VM wants to capture like all my super key stuff. So I decided that the best way to experiment with it was to install it on the ThinkPad. I'm not going to go over the install process because there are plenty of videos out there that do that, and the FAQ on openbsd.org has a pretty good rundown of how to do it, and to include setting up firmware in it if you have special firmware that you need for like a network card, like my ThinkPad needed for the wireless card. But the point of what I'm doing here is I was going through the packages that are in some of the OpenBSD repos, and I found RGBDS. For those that don't know, RGBDS is the Rednex Game Boy development system, which is pretty much what every ROM hacker or many Game Boy Color homebrew programmers use to write games. So if we go package info, and I'm going to do -Q because then we can see that it pulls up there. Package info plain out will just give us a little bit more information. One thing about the setup as I have it currently is my nipple mouse scroll doesn't quite work, so I have to use the touchpad to scroll, but yeah. So yeah, Rednex Game Boy Development System, again, gives you the information there if you're so inclined. But I'm going to install it because I have not done that. I need to do as. And yes, I did disable the root user on this system, so the root user is locked out. You can't SSH in, and it's just locked out plain out. So you have to go. Can I do the right one? Thank you. So it'll just add everything in. So when I was going through the different requirements for PokeCrystal, for example, I was looking through, okay, what packages do I need to install? So it looks like with OpenBSD, if you install all of the sets, as you'll probably do by default anyway, it will come with Make pre-installed, and I believe it's possible Clang might be pre-installed, but I have Clang Tools Extra installed just in case. But for the most part, everything should basically be the same. So all we have to do is basically go to our repository that we're looking for once Firefox pulls up, because it takes ages, even on this, to open that up. No, that's fine. I don't need that. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay, we're going to make a directory for GitHubs. Then we're going to git clone github.com/pret/PokeCrystal, which should clone the repo. Oh, really? Let me try this one. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. I had to install Git and RGBDS. So those two for sure you do have to install manually. It'll only so make sure you install those. You might need to install the Clang Tools Extra. They do have JCC in the repos that you can install, but I wanted to see if I could get away with not having to do that. Power died on me. Make sure you have plenty of battery before you proceed doing it, or that you're plugged in. Because it would suck to have everything die on you in the middle of recording and while you're trying to download a repo. Gonna go to that one, sorry. Okay, gonna cd into GitHubs, rm-r, PokeCrystal. Make sure we're good there. Git clone. Start that over again, this time on power. We do have it plugged in this time, so we won't die mid-poll or clone. Okay, so now we can cd into PokeCrystal. And now we've got our whole repo here. So now what we should be able to do is we can double check, because yes, I have nvim installed in here. Double check our make file. And I think what we want to do is yeah, we'll make PokeCrystal 1.1. Heh. Okay, so let's see, 4042. So what you're telling me okay, give me a second to figure something out. Might need to do the recursive thing. So, because the tools wasn't in there, and when I ran gmake, which is the GNU make, which is probably what they're doing. It couldn't find the tools, so possibly add on recursive into there when you're doing it. Okay. Now we try gmake PokeCrystal11. No rule to make target PokeCrystal. Stop. Go with 2. From bumpy road to bumpy road. First we stall, then we go into the next thing. And now we make our tools. Oh wait, gmake our tools. Just a second. Make scan includes. Okay, so I think I found a problem. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to go into our tools directory. We're going to edit the make file. Going to X that out, and then we're going to make. And look at that, everything works fine. So make sure that you change that CC to GCC to CC. This is interesting. Make clean. Oh, see, that's my issue. I need to use the right make. Okay, so OpenBSD, install gmake, package add gmake, and then you should be fine. So now when we ls this, it has everything that we need. So we can go up a directory, then let's our make file. Let us make sure that our GCC QK. So now we should be able to gmake poke crystal 11. How about gmake? Oh, wait. My friend, why? Yeah, it's outdated, dang it. So our next option not to be discouraged, but what? RGBDS, building it locally. Okay, so two things. You should have most everything else installed like Clang and Make by now. So one other thing you're gonna have to install, it looks like, is a couple other things. So package add. This is to build RGBDS so that you can compile Poke Crystal or any other ROM for that matter. Is you need Bison, and then you also need CMake because that will basically eliminate one of the other things you need to install. And then possibly libpng, which we will look for that in a second. Okay, so here's hoping that that PNG is the libpng that we need, because it doesn't look like they have it here. But we should be able to go gmake, and then, yeah, it looks like it'll do it just fine and build it now. Time to wait. Scratch that. I did something wrong. Okay. We need to run CMake. CMake mass version. Yeah, we follow. So most everything should fall under this one. So you go CMake -s dot -B build -DC make. Build type equals release. Okay. Let's double check that before we accidentally hit enter again. Oh wait, it's a capital S, not a lowercase s. There we go, and now we wait. Okay, so yeah, PNG is that libpng. Okay, so now we can go CMake -build into build. Just a second. Oh yeah. And it looks like it goes pretty fast. Okay, so looking around on GitHub, it seems that the fix for getting this to work might be removing this. We'll see. RGBDS just keeps failing to build, so getting rid of that should hopefully make it so that it will build. A ver. So yep, that is our current one. We have build files there. Then we go cmake, wherever that went to, build. And hopefully it doesn't stop on us. Well, I tried a sys upgrade to see if maybe I could get something working. And now I broke it, so I'm gonna have to do something else. So for now, I think I found something from one of the other BSDs that might work, but for RGBDS and what all, but for now, I haven't been able to get it to work. So RGBDS in OpenBSD is not up to date enough to be able to build a ROM currently as of now, and I have not found as of yet a way to make it work. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.